to another episode of the Enthusiast Experiment, Pencil Edition. Let's get into it. So what looks simple and normal and ordinary on the outside, I promise you is not. That looks a little bit weird. I'll explain why in a moment. You can see green. Aha. Daiso Stationery and HB. Nice eraser and ferrule. Let's set this aside. I actually have the packaging. So boom, here it is. It is a D pencil HB, 18 pieces of a plastic pencil. Interesting. That's why it looks a little bit weird. And let's see, nothing on the sides. Nothing on the bottom or the top. Aha. There you go. Eco-friendly, hybrid recycled compound plastic sleeve, uses less wood. A couple of cautions. Where is this made? Aha. There you go. Oh, and in Thailand. Cool. Let's set it aside. So the D stands for Daiso, guys. Bam. So this is the Daiso Stationery HB pencil. It, again, couldn't find confirmation of any blend or anything, assuming it's graphite, but we do know it's a number 2 or an HB. The wood is not wood at all. It is plastic and eco-friendly, recycled compound. I'm assuming it uses less wood, which we kind of saw in the box there. Body is hexagonal green with silver lettering, which you can see here. Ta-da! See how that graphite is centered in the secret composite core? Pretty well, I might add. Alright, so the ferrule is silver, eraser is white, and I'm assuming, I couldn't remember and I couldn't find online. I apologize, guys. I think everything in the Daiso around me is like $1.50 unless otherwise marked, like a couple of those other pencils we've already looked at. So I think this was $1.50 for 18. Really good price. And they're made in Thailand. So, erase test, laid down a little graphite, erased it with a pencil. Not too shabby. Smudge test, wrote test. Smeared, which you can't really tell. And shade, did a little bit of shading. So let's jump into the pros. Price, really good price for 18 pencils. Erasability, knocked it out of the park. This lead combined with this eraser did a really good job of taking care of itself. Usually it's very rare that I see onboard erasers doing such a good job, so that was awesome. Smudge test, freaking aced it. It doesn't even look like I tried to smudge it. I mean, it looks brand new. That's awesome. So if you're a right-hander like me that smears their own writing, or if you're a left-hander that smears their writing, this might be a good pencil for you. Clean and classic design. I really like that there's no, it's kind of like a standard yellow school pencil, but green. And there's no additional branding or marketing, or marking, sorry, no barcodes, none of that nonsense, so that's good. It has a little bit more of a heavier weight, and the material definitely feels a little bit different, especially, I mean, when you're touching it, it doesn't feel like wood at all. But the pencil does have a little bit more of a weightiness to it, which is kind of interesting. Just a nice little change, especially if you hand it to somebody that might be like, what? Shade test, so you get some decent tones from the shade test. You can get kind of a little bit darker, but a lot of mid-tones and lighter tones, I'm sure, especially, like I said, you guys could probably do a lot better job than I can. This is just my shoddy attempt at a little bit of a demonstration. Point retention was pretty good, and it is pretty smooth. It's not like the darkest pencil in the world, but it is pretty smooth, so that's nice. Again, one of the cons that seems to be repeating itself a lot is the availability. Not exactly sure if you guys will be able to find this, or if you have a Daiso, or if you can buy them online. I didn't see them on the Daiso website, but that doesn't mean you can't find them. So, can't really sharpen with the Carl sharpener. You can, but you get these little nasty marks here, and you can kind of see the lead is a little bit scarred. Maybe if that focuses closer. There you go. But other than that, and it kind of keeps eating away instead of automatically sharpening. I'm sorry, automatically stopping, but not a deal breaker. You can use a hand sharpener, or you could just eat it up a little bit more and then just check it to make sure and pull it out without letting the sharpener eat it up all the way. And it's not too dark, so that won't be a problem for a lot of people. But, you know, just mentioning it, it is probably about a standard non-Japanese HB. So, not too bad. You should still be able to use it for class and school and all that kind of stuff. And if any of you guys know the erasable guys, let them know I may have found an even cheaper version of the Wopex, because I haven't reviewed one of those yet, but from everything that I've heard from them, this sounds pretty dang close. So let's scoot this out of the way, and I'm sure the lead's a little bit different, because they always talk about the lightness of that, but I don't know. We'll find out when I get one. So this is Daiso Stationery pencil in HB. And you can definitely see that 2B's darker. And there's a little bit closer to the basic yellow, but a little bit lighter as well. Maybe almost approaching that Faber-Castell, but not quite that light. So not too shabby. Really cool pencil. Definitely my first, you know, hybrid material, maybe not hybrid, but like plastic composite material pencil. So cool to have that little bit of a difference in weight, classic design still, and a great price. So I appreciate you guys swinging by and checking it out. I would really appreciate it if you liked, shared, and subscribed so we can grow this channel together. And until we meet again, take it easy.